with you my spinach stuffed chicken. I'm making it low carb. You could certainly make it with less fat to make it not low carb for yourself if you prefer to not be low carb. So here we go. I hope you like it. For this recipe, you're going to need garlic, chicken. I like the kosher chicken from Whole Foods. Some bacon. I get the 365 low sodium, reduced sodium bacon from Whole Foods. And some spinach. I just repackaged this because it comes in a big plastic container from Earthbound, and this takes up less room. You'll also need some cheese. I use the Sargento's ultra thin Swiss cheese. You can use provolone, cheddar if you like, mozzarella, so whatever cheese you really like. And a small onion. Now I have 3 cloves of garlic, kind of large, but I like mine really garlicky, my spinach and everything, chicken, anything. I usually start by cutting off the ends. And smash it with the side of your knife, makes it easier to peel. And then watch your fingers and chop it up. You can also use a microplaner. I like mine a little bit chunkier. And if you want to remove the garlic smell, if you have a stainless steel sink, just wash them and rub them in the sink and all that will come off. Or you can use lemon. Or you can also buy little stainless steel things to wash your hands with. Then you want to dice up your onion, or you can leave them in longer strips, just however you like it. I'm just going to use half of the onion. I'm going to keep mine kind of larger pieces. Just break it up. Kind of like little strips like this. Then you want to cook your spinach. I put my heat, I have a gas stove, put it on about medium high. Medium high. Let the pan get hot. If you're using stainless steel, you let it get hot. And after it heats up, then add the oil. If you're using non-stick, you want to add the oil before it heats up. So you want to give that a few minutes. I'm going to be making 2 chicken breasts. So I'm still going to use a lot of spinach because whatever's left I'll just eat on the side. But I'm terrible with measurements. Especially when, obviously not following a recipe. So after it gets hot, I'm going to add your oil. I'm using olive oil. This is just a wine bottle that I added a stopper to. I usually do that about twice. I think it's about a couple tablespoons or so it comes out of there. Let your oil heat up a minute. And you'll see how it looks real liquidy, which means it's pretty good and hot. And you want to throw in your half onion, and your garlic. Don't want any of that to get away. Love my garlic. Stir it around a little bit. I like to add in a little tiny bit of kosher salt. Once that starts sizzling, add in your spinach. Three or four good handfuls should do the trick. Add in a little pepper, or a lot. You could also add in a little chopped red, or diced, or not diced, red pepper flakes. You want a little heat added to it. So this is what we're going to stuff our chicken with. Add a lid to it. Let it heat up a little bit. I really like these pans. These are Rachel Ray stainless steel pans. I prefer to cook with stainless steel over non-stick. And as you can see, it's cooking down and looks like hardly nothing, which is why I use a lot. Too bad you don't have smell-o-vision. You could smell that garlic. And it's great for you, health-wise. Helps keep down colds and getting sick and everything. I think I may actually add more to it. Just add the rest. That was about half a container because I made some of this yesterday. And there's no problem adding more to it. It'll cook down really quick. You want to start by washing and patting dry your chicken. I like to cut off these tenderloin pieces. I'll just fry those up separate. Kids will eat them or something. Cut off the fat. And you want to slice this down the side and be really careful not to cut yourself. You want a good sharp knife, which I did forget to sharpen this, but we'll make it work. Just go slowly. Do it in little small strokes till you get through. I'll do it this way so I have a larger side over there. Okay, now you can just leave it like this, or you can kind of pound it out. I think I might pound it out a little bit. So I get a piece of plastic wrap, lay it over it. Keeps it from splattering. And you can season it, add a little salt and pepper to it if you want. I use Costco's Mediterranean sea salt. Just a few little turns. And some Alessi white peppercorn. Now, since these are thin slices of cheese, I'm going to use 3 per piece. It's only 1 carb for 3 slices. And I like mine cheesy. So, I used 2 yesterday and it just wasn't enough. You want to get your spinach, add it in here, little or as much as you like. Just kind of pile it in there. Get some of that onions in there. You want to fold it over, push it in. Like I said, if you have extra, you can just have it on the side with it. And you want to get a couple slices of bacon. Should have had these laying down first. Well, there we go. I'm going to try to kind of roll it up a little bit. I'm going to take my bacon to help hold it shut. push your cheese in so it doesn't melt out when you're cooking. You can use more bacon if you want. Roll that up. You can use string to hold this shut. Or you can stick some toothpicks in it, which I'm probably going to just stick some toothpicks in it. Heck, you could even take one more and wrap it around the other way. I get some toothpicks and stick in here to help hold it together. You could bake this. I'm going to throw it in a frying pan. Just remember how many toothpicks you used, so you recover them all. I don't want it to break in. There you go. Okay, now I removed the spinach from the pan. I'm just going to cook my chicken in the same pan. So we're going to heat it back up. Let it get hot again. Add in some oil. I'm going to do butter as well, since I'm making this low carb, but you don't have to add butter if you don't want. Just extra oil. You don't really need a lot because there's going to some fat's going to come off the bacon when it's cooking, so I'll give it a little bit more. Let your butter melt, let it get good and hot. There's still some bits of garlic in there and onion, so it'll still give it a little more flavor while it's cooking. You don't want your butter to burn, so that should be good. And add in the chicken. Lay it in there. And you want this about medium. Put on these other pieces of chicken to cook them. Season them up a little more. Smell that bacon. A little bit more salt. Since I have low sodium bacon on here, it won't hurt. Season these up too. Alright, cover it up, let it heat up. turn the heat down a little bit now. It's starting to get really dark in the pan there. It's got a lot more fat in it now. Turn it on its side a little bit. The side's cooked up. Well, it looks like if you want your bacon to get crisp, you probably want to do a lower heat for about 6-7 minutes per side instead of the 3 or 4 minutes. I did this yesterday without the bacon, which took a lot less time. So if you want your bacon crisp, you gotta do a lower temperature and let it cook longer. But I'm sure it's still gonna taste yummy. So it's pretty much done. I'm gonna take it out now. Turn it off. I think with all the bacon, I probably didn't need the butter. I'll take it out and let it rest. Doesn't that look yummy? Okay, I think I'm ready to try it. Looking at this, I think this is going to be plenty. I'm not going to need the extra spinach right now, so I'll just heat it and eat it later. And I will cut it open and let you see. Okay, we're going to cut into it. Look at all this yummy goodness. Perfectly cooked through. Doesn't that just look yummy? Let's give this a try. I know it was good yesterday without bacon. It's going to be so much better with bacon. Super yummy. Give it a try and let me know what you think. Bye.